Hello, it's Chess with Bill. It's been a minute. That is my MO. I've been taking some time to practice, to play some over the board games, and I'm gonna play one, not an over the board game, but a normal game. So it's a 10 minute or the 10 and 15. We're gonna go 15 and 10. You know why? Because my chess coach said to. Now, the ADHD in me says, no, do the 10 minute. But no, I'm not going to do rapid. I'm going to do the 15 minute and 10. Interesting. It's called the Stanitz attack. And I actually have a little bit of time to think about this. Normally, I would push d5. But that would be an en passant. I don't like giving people en passants. I can go here, so c6, and then it could go d4. And can I give them this en passant? That's an interesting question. I don't know. I've never faced this approach. Never, ever, ever have I ever. Interesting. I'm gonna sit here thinking about it. So changes up what I want to do. That changes up what I want to do. It opens up these light squares right here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be very passive. No. Coming here and I block this pawn move. I'm gonna be very passive with a6. Maybe bad, but this is a totally new game. Interesting. I'm sure e5 is not the best move for white because I've watched a bunch of attacking the French, and I've never seen that. But if you don't know what you're doing, like me, then maybe it's a great move. Okay, what happens here? Let's see. Let me think. I think I'm gonna push here now and see if he en passants. I don't think it really screws me up too much. This is a 15 and 10. I have an increment, so if I run out of time, then I just run out of time. I was concerned about an en passant, you know, me moving my queen or my bishop, and then a check coming here. But I think this is okay. So they can think about whether they want to do that or not. So they don't take the en passant, so it didn't matter in the first place. So we're playing normal French stuff. Interesting, e5. I need to look that up. Does anyone know what to do after e4, e5 when you're playing the French? Okay, so he takes. He took that because he has his bishop here, and I just wasn't even thinking. So we'll pop here, blocking his pawn, readying for my bishop to eventually take. Okay, he's weakening his king side, which is kind of interesting, with his f2 pawn. I don't think that's such a great move, but then again, what do I know right now? All right, bishop is hanging out. What do I normally do? I normally come out here and then attack this pawn, but that is not the case here. This is a different game. I think the d4 square might be interesting, and I think this can be exploited. So he's starting to cramp. I do kind of like this idea. I'm not really attacking c5 anyway. He's developing, I suppose. Anything that I'm just not seeing. Check on the king. I guess I maybe could have won a pawn with this a5. Check. Maybe not. Okay. I think I'm going to attack his bishop right there and reopen this line on his c5 pawn. I don't know, that f4 move seems like it really changes the game for him, or for them. For Natasha plays chess. Actually, Natasha, I don't know if Natasha is. I don't know what gender Natasha is. Coming out here, maybe? Would not work for him. Let's see. I like my bishop on maybe e7. What happens with this check? If I check on a5, they just block with the knight, or, you know, their b knight or whatever. It helps them develop, which I'm not really interested in doing. This is a different game than I'm used to. I think just making normal moves. I don't see anything that I can immediately take, and I'm not too concerned about tactics right now. So he's attacking my knight. I get a check and potentially a pawn out of going here. So I need to think about this. I've also got this check I need to remember, just in case. This is a trade of knights, and I get my knight in kind of an interesting square. No, never mind, because he's got this bishop. So I'm thinking knight h4, he takes back, opens his queen up, takes his knight on h4, bishop trade, queen is here, he blocks this way. And that way he's got this serious pawn structure. But I've got that, which is interesting. I've got queen. Should I castle first? If I castle first, he takes. I take back with my pawn. It's on f5. And he's got this kind of gnarly coming in. It also allows him to castle. Let me play that out in my head really quick. You know what? I don't like that as much. I think I'm going to go for this right here. Granted, I guess he could just attempt to kick the knight, but that wouldn't make any sense. I'd just check him. Although I think I'd sack the knight for a pawn. So not even a pawn if he pushes up. Kind of a useless check. Could get his queen a little bit more involved, but what's she doing there? Okay, so he castles. Leaves the tension. Hum. What am I going to do? I can castle myself. I don't like this pawn here. It's kind of an annoying pawn, isn't it? My dark squared bishop is not doing much. So what do I need to do here? Where is this person not in such a good way? I think taking the knight might be the move. Centralizes his queen. How do I follow that up? I can attack his bishop. The idea of weakening his king with when he moves g3. Although his knight's not amazing right now. I mean, it is controlling d4 pretty well. So is that bishop. I could push d4. after I take kind of locks him up a little bit. I'm going to take his knight. I'm assuming he takes with the queen. I'm going to hold off on castling. My idea is to block his bishop from protecting this pawn. If I block his bishop, he can slide down this way, I suppose, gain space. Right? Then I have, do I have this? What happens if this just loses the knight? I could attack his bishop, weaken his king more, but probably block this way for light square weaknesses. He could take, but then he loses. You know, we trade bishops and then my queen comes back. Right? So maybe this is a better move. Prompting his bishop, prompting something like this. Let's try that. So either he takes, which trades off his bishop, which I'm fine with right now, because I don't like this pawn. Or he weakens. Oh. Okay. I can still weaken his pieces. This activates his rook. I'm actually okay with that. Alright, so now this pawn is a little bit easier to attack. I kind of like this move here, but he's still controlling c2. And he's just going to attack it. So I could control this way. I think maybe this, or even castling. I need to be careful of this line and the fact that his queen is over here, because I don't really want to castle there now. Maybe gaining space. He does this en passant. I take. I think I'm going to do that. Because I could go b6. Well, okay, I see where I messed up there. It blocks off his bishop there. I was thinking that b6 was the same as b5, but had he not taken, I could have taken his pawn and actually done what I was attempting to do, but I got antsy. Whatever, I'm gaining space. Probably wasn't a good move. You know, he's got his knight out, he's going to centralize, and I need to find a place for my king. His dark squares are kind of nasty, and I don't have a dark squared bishop. Yeah, okay, that wasn't the greatest of moves. Maybe bishop here. All right, yeah, he's not going to go for it. Great. Excellent. I mean, there is this move threatening a silly checkmate. He's going to attempt to crush down here. He's going for the straightforward maneuver as well. Let's come here. See what he does. Probably tries to chase away my queen. I can take, of course. This would be the easiest. It does kind of slow this down. Okay, so he comes there. I think this is an obvious move. Does open up his rook here. Let's see. My queen can get into this square, but I don't actually think it's the greatest move. This, and I think I'm just going to be met by this. I've got g6. I'm going to move my bishop. I need to develop some pieces. Now, let's say I do g6, because I think he's going to go rook g3. I had a castle queen side. He's likely going to put his queen there, because I have a lot of weaknesses over here at this point. He's got this. He's got this. Centralizing the stuff. I mean, I can attack him. Attacking this way, though, that blocks my queen. Kind of like this attack. And opening up my fianchetto light squared bishop. But I think I have to queenside castle. Probably next. Unless he attacks, my queen or something. Where's this person from? I didn't even look. Papua New Guinea. I don't know if I've ever played someone from Papua New Guinea. I have a lot of time. Although we have an increment, 10 seconds. I've been using a lot of time. Turns out my chess coach was right. Now that I'm looking at the position, this might be a pretty good move. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Queen b4. Attacking this pawn and potential check. And also here. So he's coming down this way. Okay. So my idea is here, he likely moves his queen to h6. Threatening the rook. This he takes with the rook here. This is a check. Does that get me ahead? I think I can do that. I think I can do this. Because he's going to take on g7, likely. Or he might move his king. I think he's going to take on g7. It's pretty juicy looking. My knight to e7 might be a move. Okay, he's coming there. Alright, so obviously the idea is check. This doesn't work. I can move there. Check. What does he do? He moves his king. I'd like to go there too. Check. He moves his king here. Moving for the knight. And I have this problem over here. I do need to address. How to coordinate these pieces. So, let's say I castle. My rook is over here. He can take. I could slide my rook there. He's got that. Slide my rook here. I don't know, it's a big problem. I kind of like this move with the queen because she's providing a little bit of buffer and it gives me a tempo. We're going to do that. I'm assuming a king to h1. I think I castle next. Yeah. If I castle, I could also protect here. I'm going to go there. I know it is inviting his queen to h6. Okay. Ooh, he's blocking a salty motherfucker. Alright, so I'm thinking knight blocks here and protects this pawn. Also protects this square, so my pawn structure doesn't break down. He will probably attack, but that would be bad for him, so he won't attack. Maybe he moves his knight first. Where would I like my queen to be? Something like this, but she's got to have other people. I'm thinking this pawn, I need to do d4. Okay, so he's going for an attack. Trying to break all this down. I don't really want to allow g6. So I could push here. But if I allow g6, I might be in trouble. Then again, I've got this maneuver to take back with my knight, and it has tempo in the queen. Granted, the king is exposed at that point. I don't like that. Let's see. Yeah, there's some tactics there that suck. I don't think I can allow g6. Huh. I could also castle. I mean, he can lock it in here like a tick, but like I don't think that's the greatest of moves for him. Ta ta ta. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I can allow that. I think we come here. Yup. Now, do I have to allow any of this? That's a question. Also, this doesn't quite work. Pretty good, but I do have angle here. Let's go there. I assume he comes this way. Oh, interesting. Attacks the queen. And attacks the king over here. Huh. Dangerous looking. Very dangerous looking. So if I take this pawn, he gets the queen because of this right here. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate for the dog. That doesn't work either. Maybe this? No, because he's blocking this. That's a good move. That was a good move. Check here. Check there. Dang! Okay. Well, I just got outplayed, y'all. I think I have to take. Yeah, I have to take. That was a tactical whatever. Wow. Okay. Okay. This rook. You know, I think castling that way is a bad move. King's so centralized. See? Can my guy move out this way? Is that just bad move? I think that's a bad move. Yeah, I probably need to move the rook. Where does the rook want to go? Where does the rook want to go? I'm trying to invite something here. This person's a lot more savvy than me, though. Like, I think I'm just losing. Yeah. I'm inviting something here, but it's not working. I don't quite understand why. I don't think castling works here. What am I down to? I was almost at a minute. Oh! Yeah, let's do this. That's a really bad move, I know. He's just going to bring his rook in. But I question some of this. Those are some good moves. Those are some good moves. Yeah, I'm screwed. I am screwed. Screwed. Like this person, their tactic on that little movement, that was impressive. Impressive. Like, what do you all think? This person has a 1045. I mean, my rating is 1,000, 1,050 at any time. I don't know. Let's look at the review. I don't know. There's just times like when I'm playing people and I'm like, hold on a second. Like they're making a lot of good moves. A lot of good moves. It's either they're not the actual rating that they are, or they're cheating. I'm not trying to say Natasha's a cheater, because, you know, they played with an 80%, but there were a couple tactical moves in there. I was like, okay. Like, it took me some time, like depth, to be like, wait a minute. Oh, I see what they're doing. It's like 3 moves, very positional. Maybe they're just rising, but like, you know, it says, you can't see it because my face is in the way. Hold on a second. No. There we go. Yeah, so one great move. They're playing at 80%, which, of course, that's based on my 66. Says they made 4 mistakes. I made 2 mistakes. So I made 2 mistakes, mostly best moves, and they dominated me based on 1 mistake. I made no blunders, which is awesome. They had a great move. I don't know. 1550, very good opening. Accuracy 95%, so they knew how to deal with the French. That's fine. Middle game accuracy 75%. My middle game was shit. I mean, whatever. But I don't know. There's just an element of like I know, like a bullshitter can know a bullshitter. Like, I know the kinds of moves that I think about because I'm my rating. And when I see other people that are supposed to be my rating making moves that are just, I have to sit there for like 2 minutes and be like, oh, I see what they're doing. Well, they're obviously not my rating. So, I don't know. There's someone check that for me. Maybe I just made a bad game. I'm not trying to accuse. I just, like, this threw me off. That's fine. That's fine. It's interesting. I don't know the right way to play. Ooh. It says, at this point, just gain space with c5. Okay. I dig that. So keep playing. A lot of good moves. It's interesting how it thought that this bishop e7 was just okay. An inaccuracy. I mean, I made some mistakes. Actually, I made 2 mistakes, and they made 4. And I lost. Technically won a pawn. So I actually could have won this pawn. I would like to know how. Right. Well, that's a little beyond me. I got about half of that. So that's a mistake. Okay. I did not know how to... They have another mistake. And another mistake. Okay. All this is right. It's literally what I did. They made another mistake. So I should have taken. Okay, so my king could have holed up in this little fortress. And that's what I wasn't seeing. So I knew that castling was a bad move. And then this is a huge mistake. I thought this was a good move because it was putting pressure on the king. I could have just taken. I knew that I could have taken, but... Okay, so you attack this way. And that shores it all up. Alright, so I just screwed up. Great move. Look, that was a great move. When they made that move, that's when I was like... Hold on a second. Because the pawn is beautiful. The bishop, if I don't take... Rook comes over. Queen is preventing castle. This can always be sacrificed. Or however it goes. So this is obviously a mistake. I don't know, man. That move. Here, like, I'm going to get... The queen, no matter where she goes, is screwed. Like, it just seemed so tactically sound. That's the kind of move that I'm like, hold on. Like, this person's 1,000. Like, they were like 1,028 or something, or 1,030. Really? They found that move? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I just don't like losing. Interesting. It says the castle's actually okay. It says that's actually the best move. I thought the castle was a bad move. So where did I screw up here? Oh, the mistake is here. Mate and 4. Yeah. Okay. Well, I just screw up. And to this person's defense, not that they need any, mating nets are not my... They're not my favorite. Like, I'm pretty bad at them. I figured they're going to rip it apart this way. So I'm still losing hardcore at this point. It just seemed so methodical. Like, after this knight move. So I move here. They're like, oh, yeah, let's move here. Makes sense. They're attacking the queen. You know, I could see myself doing that. But they're attacking the queen. You know, I take that. Takes back. But I'm screwed. This game is over. This mistake, I don't see why that's not a blunder. I literally went from up a pawn's worth in eval to -4.5. That's not a blunder. That looks like a blunder to me. Wow. Let me put my camera back on. What do you all think? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's not a good move. Yeah, what should I have done? So just protected with the rook. In this position, protected with the rook. But I mean, it's over. It's over. Like way over. Let's see. Come here and then what are the... Oh, that's just it. I mean, I'm screwed. You know, they're gonna double up or whatever. Alright. Let's look at Natasha's chess record. See what's going on. Freezing cold. 10:45. They're up 174 on rapid. Daily is down. Bullet is up 108. They're up 108. That's pretty good. This looks like maybe a new account. I don't know. Looks like they've lost. So check this out. Wait, hold on. What? Oh, okay. These are all bullet. I was like, how did they go from 346 to 1,000? They lost against this person. They lost against this person. They don't review their games. Win-win. Huh. Wonder how long they've been playing. Play a lot. Okay. Play a lot of rapid. And they've been just moving up in rapid. Losing a little bit, but winning a lot. You know, their rating is not actually 1,000. It's that simple. They're gonna level out maybe like 1,300, 1,400 or something. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I want to see one of their games where they lose and see how that comes about. Oh, they abandoned. Huh. So Natasha didn't lose this game. They abandoned the game. Although it looked really bad. Okay, this is pretty obvious. They've got this barrel attack going on. The knight's coming over here. This is bad, right? They take. Okay, attacking the rook, but they're going to lose the bishop. Trades. Interesting they don't take the knight. I don't know, it just doesn't seem... I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not trying to accuse. I'm just saying, like, there's a moment where you just get a feeling and you're like, God, that was a damn good move, and I really hate the fact that I missed it. Listen, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to know what you guys think, guys and gals, think about this last game. You know, I've got a long way to go. So this channel will continue for all ages. Peace.